I know that this can be controversial. I know that this can offend someone else's feelings. So before I actually start, I want to say I don't want to offend your face. I don't want to offend you personally. I'm just a girl online who shares her understanding of the world, and you may not even want to listen to this video. But if you actually do, and you will, no joke, you are going to actually transform your life fully. So let's take a deep dive into my source for today and how I think that we as humans so terribly messed up that we took the world's most famous religion and turned it into some freaking victim mindset joke. How we wired it so deep into our DNA that we are still waiting for someone to come and save us, to sacrifice his life again or whatever else, to come and solve our problems, to answer our prayers, and we are just powerless. And I think that I cracked the code some time ago to how to get back into our own power. Because you, as a human, you were never meant to be a sheep who needs a constant supervision and needs to be punished on every step that you make. You never meant to be powerless and pray to someone outside and very far from you. You were made as the God in your reality by the version and look of God who created us. You were meant to be a creator. You were never meant to live miserably. You were meant to co-create with the source that created you. But what actually happened? People in power, people who are interested to grow this power and keep it, just turn the religion into don't go there, you will go to hell. Don't do this, you will go to hell. Don't do that, you will go to hell. I am the one who has faith, so you should believe me, you should trust me and do as I say, right? And usually this is the person who has the least connection to faith. And you, as people of faith, call yourself Christians, call yourself whatever other religion, you think, oh, this guy knows our religion, so he is our new savior and he is meant to save us because he has power and he is above us. And this is very good for people to keep you uneducated, to keep you feel powerless, to keep you feel like something less, something absolutely not worthy, like this sheep who needs someone to lead it, this flock of chicken who needs a constant supervision. And so you feel like you don't know what to do, you cannot create, you're so small and tiny in this world, you mean nothing. So you need someone big to show you the path. Does this remind you actually of something? People just abused religion and we took it too seriously. However, we were never meant to take Bible as the 100% history book or whatever. This is a metaphorical teaching. And do you know when the second coming of Christ is going to come? When we all have the Christ consciousness. He is not coming again to sacrifice himself again or just delete everyone from the earth who didn't listen to his rules or whatever. We need to get the Christ consciousness because we were created as the blood of God, as one of his own. And Christ, which is again metaphorical, but if you want to take it literally, let's take it literally. Christ came to our world to show us what is meant to be a Christ, what is meant to be a God, and that he constantly showed us that we can do the same thing as God, as Christ. Did you ever hear such phrase as believe as you already have it, pray as you already have it, and this shall be given to you? Now, tell me actually, how often do you pray like this? I know that not really often, because you take Bible, you take everything from it that fits victim mentality, that we are small, we need the one above us to show us the way, like we will be punished, we will be in hell, and you just mess away all the creation tips, and you are just like, this is not real, this cannot work like that, this is just a book. But when like when it touches how you're going to burn in hell, this is not just a book, this is the literal saying, right? Or how actually God was teaching one of his followers to go and to be able to actually like walk on water. He told him, believe as you can and you will be able to. And when he lost his face, he dropped down in the water. But when he restored it, he again was able to walk on water. And I think that when you are praying to someone else, like, oh God, give me this and that, give me this and that, give me money, give me love, give me like a way or whatever, no one is actually meant to hear you. You are alone in your head. No one is meant to listen to you there. Wow. You are meant to pray internally because your own God, your own universe, your own consciousness, you are the creator who is able to create and co-create with the source. And why some of your prayers work when you are especially in a very like I have no other option state. You feel so fed up and so like on the bottom that the only option of yours is to just like push away from the bottom and actually like go up. This is the moment where you saying that God answered to you, but he did not. You just surrendered to your inner power and you told yourself, I, with my own little ego mind, I cannot do anything there. I lost all the sources. I tried everything. Now I need to just give up. You gave up to your own power and your own power guided you. I genuinely believe that we as humans can create whatever life that we want. We can influence our life with our own thoughts and our own imagination. When you start looking at Bible and at everything that Christ came through, went through, everything that Christ went through, you start understanding that this is actually the teaching of how to like evoke the Christ consciousness in your own mind. You were meant to be like Christ. And where did we got ourselves? Huge question, as for me. You should be aware that you are always praying to yourself internally. Your subconscious mind, your higher self, call it however you want. You are meant to be the God of your reality. Everything that you perceive from this box is your own reality where you are your own God. I hope you realize it. If you really want to know more about the Bible as metaphorical teaching, you can read Neville Goddard's books. Neville Goddard is the author of his books, and he is claimed to be the one who came up with the idea of law of assumption, and he specifically made it and like build it on top of the teaching of Christ on Bible. And you may like be actually very surprised, as a lot of the events that are described in the Bible, they have no sense, no meaning. All of the sacrifices that were made per the request of God, these were not the sacrifices of humans made to God. These were the sacrifices that a man shall do to create his new future. He should sacrifice something, and usually this is his own old self, in the meaning that you start to create when you close the kingdom of the old self with your old habits, old thoughts about lack, old thoughts about being powerless, and all of these things. And you start seeing the new, you start commanding, you start creating, you start being again your own God, and universe starts to actually like evolve around you, and it starts being, you know, like this matter that you can easily use to create something new and beautiful. And you know that this is actually truth, because when you think about something, it appears in your life. When you just imagine something, usually which is not too much important, it comes exactly like this. But when you are trying to manifest something bigger or create something bigger, you sometimes feel like you cannot do this. But this is not because you cannot do this and you are limited. This is because you just have really a lot of trash in your head regarding this particular thing. You cannot close the doors to the old kingdom and let the old man be dead. You keep like asking for someone to solve your problems, but you are still being your old self. You're still being this limited being while you are limitless. But you are so limitless that your limits also have no limits, and you literally abuse yourself to the extent where you feel completely powerless. If you want to create, pray as you already have it. Just do what you see in the Bible and stop noticing everything that like big guys tell you to notice, because this was actually used to control you, to control masses. This is why politicians who have the worst intentions always double down on faith and religion. They always do this. Just like look around. They always have some kind of cult, they always have some kind of religion or whatever that they abuse to their own benefit. But like, anyway, pray as you are already given to this. And this means not only just be delusional, but this means to completely become a new person. And pray like a new person, to actually be a new person. So when you pray the next time and you think, why God doesn't give me what I want, why God doesn't answer my prayers, just ask yourself, are you being a new person? Are you praying like you're already given what you want? If you want money and you want wealth, do you think as the rich person? Do you behave like a rich person? Do you talk like a rich person? Most probably not. You go about your day and you only notice lack. You notice how poor you are, how broke you are, how sick you are, how unloved you are, how betrayed you are, whatever. And in the meantime, you're praying to be given money, but why should God give you money? You're broke. You should first become wealthy here, and then you become wealthy here, because this is how God created. The first was God, and then was His word. So God creates with words. What do you think you should create with? Literally. Anyway, this was a little bit of a ramble. I don't want to go again and again and again on the same thing. So, what I want to tell, the main message of this video, you should be happy that God doesn't answer your prayers, because you are your own God. You are the person who can answer any prayer that you have. You are the person that can give you any wish that you have. You are the one, and you deserve way more than you can imagine. As always, I've been with you. I'm very happy to talk to you every day. I will be talking to you every day, guys. I have created the whole YouTube channel to do this because I love to talk to you. Anyway, I'll see you in my next videos. I hope you like this one. Leave your thoughts, messages, and prayers in comments, and I will answer them as soon as possible. And I'll see you in my next videos. Bye.